Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Welcome to the channel, of course, if you're new. And welcome to this new morning update here on XRP. We're going to do a full update here, and mostly on the technicals, but obviously the fundamentals around the crypto market are also blended into this analysis because we need to, even though there is quite a lot of uncertainty regarding those fundamentals. And then obviously I'm talking mostly about the trade war in the world right now, or at least between the US and the world. So yeah, there's a lot going on, and there's a lot we need to talk about as well. So let's get right into it. Now, first of all, if we take a look at XRP, I mean, yesterday we successfully defended that bottom right here at 1.65. That's actually pretty bullish, right? A lot of volume went into that. The volume is probably already decreasing right now for XRP. The volume of about $10.5 billion. That shows a sign of life. Now, ultimately, though, if we zoom out, this is not good, all right? Because what we have seen in the last couple of days is that we have for the first time since the beginning of December, we have broken down below this key level here around $2, all right? And so far, you can also see on the daily time frame, we have respected the breakdown, and that's ultimately not good. Regardless of how strong the bottoms were defended, we can defend bottoms as much as we want. If the structure turns bearish, which has happened so far, and we can still recover that, but at this point of time the structure is bearish. If that's the case, like I said, we can defend bottoms how much we want. Great English, thank you. But then we will drop down lower into this previous value area right here. You can see around 1.5, around 1.4, but potentially also down lower. And that is what you should be prepared for if we are unable to reclaim $2. Now, outside of that, at this point of time, look, we're covering XRP right here, of course. But the correlation between XRP and Bitcoin in the last day has been 89.3%, which is incredibly high. Never is a long time, but I haven't seen it that high in a very, very long time. So what's going to happen with XRP is less dependent on fundamentals specifically for Ripple, but more on Bitcoin. All right, and what we're seeing, I'll show it for XRP, but we're seeing the same thing for Bitcoin. What we're seeing right here is that, oh no, XRP actually is slightly less bullish even, because you can see that this day actually opened with a very narrow base. That means that today is going to be volatile, which is not a bad thing, because that actually means that we can still have that reclaim above $2, but we'll talk about that later. But you can see with the last couple of hours that we have dropped down below the value area low of today, and just in general, this is not a very bullish opening of today, which you would want to see if you need to break above $2, for which you need a lot of strength. And then outside of that, we left some fair value gaps to the downside here, as you can see. And in my opinion, this low right here we made at 1.62 is relatively weak. All right, so what that means is that we're not really seeing any strength for XRP short term to break above $2. It is a possibility, right? I mean, breaking above $2, the one way we can do that is with the fundamentals. So ultimately, if we actually do see a massive stock market reversal and a recovery, Bitcoin is going to shoot up. It's going to break above 80,800, and XRP is easily going to be able to reclaim 1.95 and $2. All right, so that certainly is a possibility. But given the uncertainty we have right now regarding the fundamentals, I have to tell you it's most likely we're going to drop down. And there we also get back to those technicals with those fair value gaps here to the downside, with a relatively weak high right here. It just looks most likely, in my opinion, also almost for Bitcoin, which is almost breaking down. But definitely for XRP, that we are first, or at least that the initial direction right here is down towards that level right here at 1.8, but most likely also down to 1.75 and 1.7. I do expect some support there, but ultimately what's going to matter is, all right, I do think we're going to be able to hold 1.6 as local support for now. All right, so I don't expect that we will drop down into 1.5 and 1.45. But that's not the main question we have to ask, all right? Because if this is the case, then we have still confirmed a bearish structure, which is not great for the long term. We need to be able to break above $2 and 1.95, and unfortunately, that's only possible with the fundamentals, all right? So at this point of time, my outlook for XRP is not great, but if we actually do get some sort of fundamental change, first of all, I'll be the first to tell you, but second of all, then the situation can also get better. But those are my thoughts for XRP right now. I think that's what you need to know. I will definitely keep you updated on this regarding the short term and the long term. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.